Listen.
I've been hearing a lot lately about men don't talk, but in my experience, men do talk, just people aren't listening. So it's going to be me and a group of blokes discussing our struggles and victories through life. Warning, there may be some bad language, so apologies to all the moms, especially my own. Let's get going.
Listen.
It's the Black Country Blokes, June Fat, about everything it is. Mental health, disability, and life in general. Here with me, Kev Dillon, and my partner in crime, as always, Lee Cadman. And we're joined by a very, very dear friend of mine. You may recognise him from another episode, Peter Upton. One of the coaches from the Priory Park. Congratulations on a great show on the weekend, by the way.
Thank you very much, darling. Thank you.
In fact, you were down here last week, brought some lads over, didn't you? And a girl. And that's what we've always done, me and Peter and Wazza and Paul. Get our clubs being the best boxers we can, because we want to be the best clubs, then the Black Country, then the Midlands, and then we take on the world, don't we, bruv?
Well, you've got to keep sparring them, mate. Sparring is just as good as about, really, eh?
Yeah.
It's as good as about. Especially the young kids, you just keep sparring them.
Yeah. There's not about getting them knocked about, it's about learning different styles, isn't it?
Styles and getting their own style together, right? And, you know, you'll teach them how to box in the gym, then you've got to take them out the gym, and then they start learning, don't they, when they have a real... Because at the end of the day, it's a fight, eh?
Yeah.
It's a fight, eh, at the end of the day.
I think there's a bit more spice when it's other clubs in it compared to sparring within your own club.
Yeah.
Not you know, it's just there's a bit more ante involved.
Well, you learn how it's to feel, because when you're sparring the same person all the time, you know what he does. But when someone comes over, your belly turns over. It's like having a bout.
Yeah.
And we learn off of the coaches as well. When we go to the gyms, I do anyway. I'll take a bit. But I learned so much off your father the other day. Yeah. Get your hand underneath your left eye. That stuck in my mind. You know what I mean? Get your left hand underneath your left eye. That just stuck in my mind, and I've started to say to my boxers sort of thing.
But that's what we do. We bounce ideas. And how many times I phone up and go, "What do you think about that, Pete?" Well, if it's a close bet, they go, you know, and you go, "Well, in all honesty, Kev, I thought you lost it," or in all honesty, I thought you'd won it. It's honest feedback, isn't it, as friends? What we're going to do, as we always do, we're going to start with our gratitude, because I know once we start talking, it's going to go on for...
Yeah, we need half hour, stop talking.
But gratitude. I'm grateful. Oh, well, I'm grateful it's almost Christmas. I'm grateful that I've got a family, I've got a home. We've got the Christmas tree, even though we lost the Christmas Eve stand, so that's a story for a different day. We're going to put it up this weekend. What are you grateful for?
Grateful for finishing the boxing course the weekend.
Oh, yeah, because you did it up here with Dad.
Did it up here with your dad, yeah, and I'm grateful it's done with, and I've got nothing on this weekend in a sense, but also grateful that now hopefully I can get out a bit more and take the boxers around.
Because he passed his course the other year, and he had to do...
I passed the course originally, the level 1 in 2014 or 15, but they've brought in a new thing where you got to renew it now, haven't you?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, your level 1 you've got to renew every 3 years.
And because he missed the deadline of
because I missed a deadline, I couldn't do it online, so I had to do full course again. But luckily, Bob did it up here, so it was easier.
So I had to do that eventually.
It's either that or go and get your level 2 done, basically now. But whether they'll bring that in for level 2,
I've got my level 2.
You'll be all right then. Yeah, you'll be safe. Yeah.
But that's it. It's just another. Well, we'll talk about it another day. What are you grateful for, Pete?
My beautiful wife, my lovely wife, is bloody lovely. It makes me so happy. Yeah. And my friends and family, especially my friends. Good to have good friends around you. Yeah. But they say if you've got a good woman, you've made it, don't you? If you've got a good woman around you, that's it, If you've got a bad one, they'll knock you about that. My wife is lovely. And my friends in the boxing club.
What we were saying last time you might recognise Peter was on with his partner in crime, Warren Davies, aka was, and it was lovely, because I've known you two for years, but it was lovely when you're both talking about you getting through the cancer and stuff he's been through, and you could see the genuine bond, isn't that lovely?
Me and Wazza have been mates for a long time, but it's the rest of the guys in the gym and even the kids that got me through it as well.
Yeah.
The support that the gym gave me through my cancer was absolutely unbelievable. Paul Goff as well.
Brilliant.
Well, every coach in the gym. And also big up to Wayne Evans as well, because he done a 30k walk for me raised a lot of money, which originally wasn't going to go to me. It was going to go somewhere else, but he changed the donation and gave all the money for me. And the gym actually raised it all in all £4,000 for me. You know what I mean? That's an organisation.
That's
me,
a weight
you know
off your mind as well, isn't it? Then,
Oh,
in
man,
terms of I can just get on with my treatment.
Yeah. Bills and paid. I ain't got to worry about that. Just get on with the treatment and
come out at the other end and then get back to work.
And he got me through it. You know what I mean? And not just financially, the club, the advice that they gave me about Paul. I saw a nutritionist. The first day I got diagnosed, I mean, obviously I dropped on the floor, like, you know what I mean? Shed a few tears. First one I rung was I? Where am you? So I'm by myself. You can't be by yourself. Come up the gym. And we sat in the minibus for about 3 hours. And he sorted me out, like, you know what I mean? But then I knew I've got to fight this. So I saw a nutritionist, I saw Paul, I saw a few others, had a bit of this Sally as well in the gym. Yeah, and I made a plan how I'm going to beat it, you know what I mean? I got my army together. This is what, that's for that, that's for that, that's for that. And that's how I knew I was going to fight it. And here I am now, you know what I mean? More happy than ever.
Well, go on to the cancer, because like we were having a rattle off camera, and he said you've beat death 3 times.
Yeah, I have.
Let's go to the first one then.
Well, I do the trail running. I do the trail running in Indonesia. I've been doing that for about 16, 17 years now. I started going to Southeast Asia on holiday. First place I went to was Thailand, for the obvious reasons. We won't talk about it. I mentioned it. And I met this guy. He says, "Why do you come to Indonesia?" Where's that? I never heard of it. Just down the road from Thailand, 4-hour flight. What do you do there? I do this trail running. I never heard of trail running before. I said, okay, then I'll go next year. Started to do this trail running. Went on the one trail run, and we come down to this fast river, which is really fast running. And we was trying to make a plan how we're going to get over it. I says, get a big log like this, put it over the river. I stepped in, the Kelly River took me. And there's an Indonesian bloke the other end, he dragged me out. Yeah. Luckily, you know what I mean? Taking nothing of it. Got back to the camp where all the other runners was. And they all said, "You mad bastard." I said, "Why?" I said, 50 metres on, there's 100 foot way to fall. So there's the first time. And then the second time.
You were saying about like, having your twin brother, weren't you? You weren't supposed to beat that.
Well, yeah. I was born in 1965. And there's no scans then, there's no... and when I was born, I was a surprise twin. I didn't know I was in there. How did you come out first? I was going to sew our mother up. And the doctor says, "Hang on, there's another one in there. Wait, we'll fetch him out." And when they got me out, I was only as big as a bag of sugar. Then I was in an incubator for 6 months. So I suppose I was lucky to survive that as well at an early age.
And I'd say, like, with the trail run, explain to people if they don't know what trail run is. What is it?
What trail running is? What we do in Indonesia. We pay a local people that know the area, know the jungle, with the shredded paper, with some chalk, with some spray paint. They'll recce the jungle first, and then they'll set the run out for us, and we have to follow the trail that they've set. But it's like a little bit of orienteering as well, because if you come across a circle, that's a check around. So there could be 3 or 4 trails. So you've got to go and find the right trail and find the paper again, if you know what I mean. Yeah. You could come to a cross, that's called a check back. So the hairs of took you could be 1 kilometre off the track. So you've got to come back to the original one and then try and find the other track, sort of thing.
Oh my God. And that's all in the jungle, isn't it?
And
where it's all no doubt overgrown and...
That's amazing. Things I've seen. I love it. They're all designed for it because I'm short and I've got strong quads. And but yeah, I've seen the snakes, I've seen everything. I was running along the once, me and my mate, Indonesian chap. He was in front of me. And he jumped over this ravine. As he jumped, this cobra come up at him like that. And I had to follow, couldn't stop myself, I had to follow. I had loads of stories from from the trial run, but it's just, I say it's a way of seeing the country that you're visiting to get away from the tourism.
Yeah.
When I go to Indonesia, I don't never see tourism really. And where I'll stay with the people in the villages, and I'll stay in the tourism side.
Imagine on the evenings with no artificial light, the stars must just be in
mate,
this world, aren't they?
I fell in love with Indonesia basically. I just love it, and it was inevitable I'd end up with a wife from there because the amount of time I spent over there, and learnt the language.
And so to anyone in Indonesia, are you going to say a big hello in Indonesian?
Apa kabar semua? Hello everyone.
And like you say, like you got lost once in it or misplaced.
Well, lost or misplaced. There was just one place in Bali called Tampak Siring. It's right in the mountains, and I really wanted to do this run, but the guy that was taking me to the run, he was a little bit late, as he always was. And the hair set 3 runs, long which was about 24, 26, medium about 10, and short about 3. I mean, I wanted to do the long run, but I was about half hour late to get there. And I started the run, and the one guy said to me, "Don't get doing the long run, Pete. It's too long. You're too late to start." I said, "Nah," I said, "I want to do it." So I started off, and he went, "Oh, go on then." 15 minutes of the run, it's heavy rain come, and it washed all the trail away. So 15 minutes, 20 minutes of the run, I don't know where I was going anyway. Then I was asking locals this and asking locals that. Then I got deeper into the jungle. And I came down to a ravine with a river crossing. Well, originally you'd dive into the river to get the trail on the other side. And it just went too dark, man. And I couldn't see my hand in front of my face. Yeah. It was that dark. And I absolutely fucking shit myself. But then I had to take over. Yeah. You had to take control. Because before I go on these runs, that teaches a bit of survival and that. And the first thing you learn about the jungle, you don't move. Because you cause you nothing. Then I was frozen as if I thought I was going to die of hypothermia. So I put me on, and I got my running stuff on. So I put me on into my tie shield, and that's the breath when you
try and warm yourself up.
Keep warm. Then I was trying to get to Cowan sleep. And I thought I was asleep, and when I looked, there's all these bright lights in the sky in front of me. I thought, oh, that's it, I'm dying, I've gone to heaven. This is it, I'm heaven. And then these bright lights started to fade away. And I said, fireflies ate. The fireflies in the jungle ate. And I thought, no, I'm back in the jungle.
I was warm for a second.
Then I was sat there like that. And I heard something, bang, next to me. I couldn't see nothing, but I thought, Christ me, that's it, this is it now.
It's got me.
It's got me. Poison or something, but it just must have been a coconut or a durian fruit knocking out the tree. And I don't know, woke up the next morning, I got myself out. I found the road, waving some bloke give me a lift in a truck to the local village. I was asking for taxis, but it was that far out in the jungle, there were no taxis or nothing. Then this bloke come, he could talk a bit of English, and he took me back to his house and give me some coffee to warm me up, because I was cowing frouses, yes. And then I seen his daughter playing on Facebook. I says, can I borrow that? Can I borrow your Facebook? And I just put on Facebook, it's me, I'm safe and well, I'm still alive, blah, blah. To the running club lights. Because I said the army was looking for me. The police, everybody in there, I knew they wouldn't find me because I was that deep. But it's another story I got to tell, eh?
But we survived these things. And as you said, like when you were there, is that realization, I've got to get through this. And that'll bring us on to the cancer. And that's what you have through experiences. There's 2 ways now, I'll give up or I don't. And that's what it comes down to, isn't it? Either I'm going to beat this cancer, I'm going to beat this jungle, I'm going to beat whatever you're going through, or roll up in a ball and die. Anyway, you've survived more than most, haven't you, bruv?
You know what? The mind is a funny thing.
It is.
The mind's a funny thing. It's controlling your mind, eh? It's controlling your mind. A lot of people think I'm soft. How carry on thinking it? I ain't bothered. I know I am. I'll be what I want to be for you people who you think I'm soft, you know what I mean? But I can be as intelligent as I want to be. But you carry on thinking it, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's all about, with cancer, it's that. It's in there. Don't let it beat you in there. I remember the first day when they told me I got diagnosed, I did drop on the floor. Because where did it come from, a fit bloke like me? Where did it come from?
It's in your neck, wasn't it?
In my tonsil in the back of my tongue. But it was a viral cancer called the HPV virus, which I would like to talk about this, because it's massive in America at the moment. It's killing a lot of people, men mainly. The women carry it. The human papillomavirus, Grimsdale virus, well, human papillomavirus, and it can sit in your system for a good while. And girls carry it, and they pass it on to men. And it can sit in your system for a long time. So that could have been sitting with me, for 20 years. You get it through kissing and other things, touching, drinking out of a cup. Human papillomavirus, folks, be very aware of it. And in England now, they're inoculating the kids in the senior schools against it, which some parents would know about it. But in America, it's massive at the moment.
Is the treatment the same as that as your other cancers, so your radiotherapy, chemotherapy, that kind of?
I had to have 6 chemotherapy and 30 radiation. That's enough to go and kill you, the treatment. Getting through the treatment, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because they go get it, they go operate, can't they?
Because of where it is. And
yeah.
But that chemo's horrific, isn't it?
It's the radiation, well, both. Yeah. But there's that many folk down that ward that got the same as me. I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean?
How did you find that, though? Because I bet you had some people in there who were quite like you, who were determined to fight it. Then other people you could probably say that weren't so determined. And does that affect you, or are you like, nah, I know my path. I know I'm fighting.
Well, when I used to go for my chemo, I can imagine the chemo ward. You got like reclining chairs there. It's like a ward, and you sit there and they pump the juice in you. So I'm just sitting there, and most folk are just sitting there all spiking. You know what I mean? So imagine me in there. I was the life and soul of the party. So it's. But yes, I met one chap in there. He felt sorry for himself, feeling sorry for himself, and sort of got him round. Then I went down for my treatment the one day, and he was just coming out. I forgot his name now. And I went, had your treatment taken? He went, nah, so I'm going outside for this. And he got a fake in his hand. I could have punched him on the end of the nose, you know what I mean? I'm trying to save the whole life. But you're bullshitting and you're going outside for the fake. What's that all about?
It's crazy.
But I also met some interesting folk down the cancer place as well, you know. Some of them women with the lost their hair and the shocking age through the breast cancer and the.
But you meet some characters, don't you? And it's what I used to think is like, because I used to, when I was in hospital, and you'd see someone, a biggish person, and then a couple of weeks later, they're a very skinny, frail person. But they're still wearing the same biggish clothes when they've lost that much weight so quickly. And it's a bloody horrible illness, man.
We all lost the weight. But we all lost the weight. It's because the radiation has got to get to where it was in here. It closed my throat up. So I had to have a tube fitted in me. I had to have a peg fitted in my stomach. And that was the way of feeding me. I had to have the 40 sip with a syringe.
That's what my daughter has now. Exactly the same,
Yeah. How does that?
Yeah, she doesn't use it for. She used to be 40 sip full time, but luckily now it's just for fluids, for water.
Oh right.
But, she does, and it's I can imagine going from eating all the time to having that in there is a bit. But if it gets you through it, you do it, don't you? You just
get on with it in the end. You just get on with it in the end. You really have to, don't you? But I will say one thing, and I will say now, there's a few things that got me through it. But the one thing we misses, another big thing, which I was advised by a top nutritionist, was cannabis. CBD oil. But I said to him, you should need the HTC really to get that. They take the HTC out, the CBD oil.
My daughter's on that as well.
Hey, how's that? Yeah.
Without the HTC, she's on it's medical cannabis from Birmingham Children's, but it's It's done
Especially a kid who
miracles.
could have the HTCA, but I said to him, I make my own cakes. That's even better. I don't think if it gets you to help to cure the cannabis, but it just cures your depression.
Yeah.
And I'll still take it now. I don't give a shit. I'll say it. You know, it's.
I think it needs investigating more definitely in this country for the benefits of it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
More research needs to go into what it can actually achieve.
And it could
fully.
really pull the country out of the slum. You know what I mean? How much the Americans, Thailand, it's legal in now, Canada, it's legal. In all these countries, it's making billions about. It could save the NHS.
Well, it's a bit of a
Yes, it
joke
could.
on the NHS because it's there's only so many disabilities or illnesses that you can use it for, and luckily my daughter's is one of them. But it's meant to have been researched more because they're basically granted this one type of cannabis, or they've granted it to be able to use it on certain terms. But it's meant to have been researched more. This is about 2 years ago, so it could be brought out to the wider population. And as usual, they've dragged their feet, and it's not been researched more. So now they can't use it, and you're thinking, all them kids with seizures suffering that could potentially just have this, and might not solve it, but it might not do anything because some people it doesn't, but
Some people it would.
some people it would, exactly. And you just think, come on, pull your fingers out.
It stopped the drug dealers, you know, wouldn't it?
I always think that. Take away the power so they're entering it, hurting each other, killing each other, just make it safe. So everyone's got what they need. If they want it, make it safe for the user, safe for the people in the communities. We've had doctors on here, haven't we? And I've said, what do you think? And, you know, their hands are tied, but they're going, surely we've lost the war on drugs. Let's go about it in a different way.
Yeah. Well, I've just said Thailand, they've see what happens in Thailand. Now I see what happens with it in Thailand. You know what I mean? But it works for me anyway. It works for me. I'm happy. I'm happy with it. I don't drink a lot.
Yeah.
But I take space cakes.
And it's helped.
It helps me mentally, and whether it fights what's the cancer I've got left, hopefully not in my body. I've got a scan Thursday, made an MRI scan. Then I see the cancer doctor, I think, on January the 6th. Hopefully it's clear. I can get back in the jungle in Indonesia.
As soon as you get your results, bro, drop me a message. Or give me
I will, mate. That's, I had a scan a month ago, a PET scan, but it was inconclusive. The doctor says you have grown some muscle around your neck here. So I got back to work. After 3 weeks after treatment, I got back to work. And I'm back in the gym and everything now.
And you're a big part of that gym, aren't you? And it becomes your second family. And to some people, the only family they've got, hasn't it?
Well, it saved me together with Woz, got me out of a few things, but yeah, it is my family, really. I have got kids, but they don't really talk to me. But I've got 44 kids in the gym, you know what I mean? I've got 4 there. And
they become your babies, aren't they? And then they grow up and they bring their kids, and you're thinking, this is the family that I've chose to be with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we've all got their aunties, uncles, or whoever, and you're thinking, all that really joins us is a bit of DNA. And sometimes you get lucky on the DNA lottery, and sometimes you get very unlucky, don't you?
I mean, I never got emotional with people. When I got really emotional with the kids in the gym when they was giving me messages, that had me, like, you know what I mean? That tear-wise. From the adults, it was just like, whoa. But the kids were saying, come on, Peter, you've got this, blah, 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 blah. And then usually the kids, you know what I mean? It's your feelings taking over it, right?
Of course.
And if I don't go up that gym, you need to get there, don't you? Like, I miss it so much if I don't get up there.
And how many years have you been part of the Priory now?
I mean, it's 20 years now, 21 years.
Yeah. That's a lifetime, isn't it? When you give so much, and you've seen, once again, you've had how many champions, but the kids who started off, not out of 10, they've got their own kids, and they're bringing them babies up now, isn't they?
One thing that comes to mind when you say that is the Mongans.
Oh, yeah, lovely boys. Lovely
James Dean's got a baby now.
Has he?
Jerry's got 2.
I saw Jerry down at where was it? One of the championships, and he'd come over with his big ginger beard. Kev, how you doing? I was thinking, what are you doing here? Because I live here now. And I thought, God bless you.
The stories you could, I mean, they put Priory back on the map. They did.
Yeah, it was.
The champions we had before that was Tank and Tommy again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then we struggled a bit.
Just
Then
happens,
and
doesn't
then they come and then they put. But the stories I could tell with their family.
The dad's a lovely man as well, isn't he?
Ah, Michael.
Yeah.
And I started to have the site and stopped with the morning. We drunk 9 bottles of wine, me and the father. 9 bottles of wine.
You saying you don't drink a lot.
I just get coming fetching it down there.
What's a lot for you?
But yeah, man, great memories with the Mongans. Great memories that when we used to get to different places with the championships.
Yeah.
Come and meet me, Uncle Peter. And then take us back to this site somewhere. Pete Peters, the boxing coach. It was as well, like, you know what I mean? We had to get the father out the pub. Come on now, go fetch him out the pub.
Yeah.
Other memories of. How many memories have you got from boxing? Boxing, that was where you've been in that.
And I say this to everyone: there's more good people in the game than there is bad.
Oh yeah.
And there's some people, and we've said like how many times the boxers come and go, but you see, and some coaches come and go. But it's the faithful Oldens who've been in for the longevity. They haven't done it just for their son or their daughter. And you turn up how many days a week, every weekend, and you see the same faces year after year, don't you? With different boxers, but it's the same old coaches.
We still see him on the circuit now, don't we?
Oh, 100%. But isn't it lovely when you see someone from Stoke or from Liverpool and you come over and it's a handshake and a hug and going, bloody hell, how are you, brother? And that's lovely. I love them parts of the championships when you look over and you've got your mates from the Black Country, but then you've got your mates from all around the country going, is he still in the game? Oh, no, he's back to it, or he's turned over now. But it's that genuine, how are you?
Yeah, the amateur boxing community also is a good thing to be involved in as well. It's the whole thing you're involved in.
How did you get into boxing?
Years ago, I used to go to Winch, and a brother was going up the Priory. I was only about 13, 14, and he used to take me. He used to go on the back of his motorbike, and I started walking back from the Priory. Teddy Seymour was the. Do you remember Teddy Seymour?
I remember him.
Teddy Seymour, but I never had a bout all day.
Mm.
and that's what I'm thinking. How lucky the kids am now, because
Yeah.
it's more organised now, right? With organising the bouts at that age.
Yeah.
I mean, I did all the sparring, everything, but when am I going to have a bout, Teddy? And I can only remember one chap ever having a bout. Kevin Thompson, remember him?
I remember that name.
Big, tall Jamaican guy.
Yeah.
He went pro in the end. I can only remember we went to watch him.
But there weren't the clubs, and sometimes it would just be thrown into the wolves. Because nowadays it's got to be within 6 months or 12 months. It's got to be within 1.5 kilos for kids and 2 kilos and 3. But back then it could be given away years. A boy could fight a man. You were giving away all these weights, and we've evolved in loads of ways, haven't we? I think some rules have been brought in that haven't need to be brought in, not for the safety, just for bollocks to make our game harder. But in so many ways, it is better now than it has been. It is safer, it is more rules for certain things, and the kids get out more. And I love skills matches, I do.
Yeah.
Because I think some kids will never have a real match, but they won't look and probably also in 10 years ago, I boxed there. It won't be, I had a skills match there. I believe, I don't know what you think about this, but I think, I think they were going to stop skills matches over a certain age, and you're only allowed to have 4 skills matches. I think let them have skills matches up to 16, 17. Let them get there, and then you can see, because basically the aim is get them off the streets, isn't it?
Yeah. Get
them there so they're being a part of something, a part of a team, but the skills match allows them not to get hurt when they're done right. Because I've seen some skill matches in blood, there's more blood than in a butcher's block. But when they run right, it is brilliant. What's your feeling on skills matches?
It's all about making the kid or the individual feel good about himself.
Precisely.
That's what we're in this for.
Yeah.
Helping the kids and making feel good about themselves, giving them confidence.
Yeah.
Some of them less confidence than others. You watch them develop now. It's fantastic to watch them develop as well.
Yeah.
Some develop less than others. Some they'll hit a brick wall, then they'll go again.
Yeah.
Then they'll stop, and then they'll. It's amazing watching them develop.
Because was it you played football? You and Waz, that's how you met when you playing football.
I've always been fit.
Yeah.
I've always been super fit. I've never ever been unfit in my life. Yes, I used to have the odd cigarette, as we did years ago, at my era. Most people smoke, but I've always been super fit all my life since I've been 10. When I was 12, I come second in the Midlands Cross Country Championships. I did.
Yeah.
And I can even remember the name of the chap who beat me. Richard Porter.
You ain't held on to a grudge, so have
If I see him down the street, we'll right into the lap.
Come here. Richard Porter. That was Avocanic Chase.
Yeah.
It was trail running.
you?
Trail running when I was 13, the country. But I've always been super fit. And was always been super fit. And when we played for the same football team, it was pretty much always about me and him who was the fittest.
Yeah.
But then his knees gone now, Aidan.
Because you went off the rails for a few years, didn't you? Was it? Do you want to talk about that a little bit? Going off the rails and
I was married before, and not mentioning names, but it wasn't a very nice woman. Well, I had money, I had a big house. She was a drinker, and the marriage just ended. Got kicked out the house. I lamped the father-in-law, lamped the neighbours, got a knife out. The kids seen me like that. I couldn't go back to the house. I had nowhere to live for 3 months. I was living there than ever. I had more settees than MFI. And then I just got in with the wrong people. Which you well mentioned, you know what I mean? I got into drugs. I just being a naughty bastard.
Yeah.
And there
It's so easy to fall into, don't you? People judge people going, oh, look, but it's a few bad mistakes can make life-lasting devastation, can't they?
Yeah.
Unless you've got good people to pull you out of it. Or a reason.
Especially when you've been up here with your house, your life feels quite good, and then
I lost everything.
And you feel you've got nothing, yeah.
£250,000 house. And I did nothing. I caught my missus in bed with a neighbour. Caught her in bed with a neighbour. You know, they said in court, he was only in the bedroom because to remove a large spider. Fuck off!
Where's you removing it from?
So although that's it, my marriage is over now, you know what I mean? This spider fucking thing without there. But yeah, then I got drugs, and then pulled me aside. It's all about was. And then Paul in the end as well.
Yeah.
Wasn't Paul. And then I just developed into the gym.
Yeah.
Become a coach. I can remember when Paul said to me, do you fancy taking the beginner's class on, Pete? I said, Christ me, Paul, I don't know. I've got no qualifications or nothing. It's all right, we'll send you on a coaching course. And I've done that for about 3 years by myself.
Yeah.
And just giving confidence with doing the beginner's class. And then I just fell in love with it.
And then beginners classes, they're so rewarding, but God, they're the hardest classes to run in there because you've got the next ABA champion next to a kid who's got more chance of boxing than I have for fitting into.
And don't want to be there.
Yeah, and some well, if you don't want to be here, don't be here. Well, my dad keeps making me. I remember saying to one kid, I went, if you don't want to be here, he goes, I don't want to be here, but we can't afford karate.
They order the karate thing, don't they?
But you think, but some kids don't want to be here. But if you can do that class and turn, a child into a boxer, it's never mind when you walk for England and then you're working with the elite who's already a good boxer. But if you can turn this little block of clay into something beautiful, ain't you a good coach?
Well, you know what, Kev? I was just very basic. I didn't know a lot at the time anyway. But it's all in the feet, It's all in the balance. To me, boxing is it's all the waist down.
Yeah.
So I was just massive on the stance.
Yeah.
And if I could do that right, I'd let them do that.
Yeah.
If they'd done that right, I'd let them do that. That was it.
Yeah.
And the defences.
That's what boxing is, isn't it? I think a lot of people just overcomplicate everything about it, but really, you're right. If your stance is right, you can twist off the back foot as you throw in your backhand. Your jab's good. You've cracked it, haven't you?
Balance, shape, and guard.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got that, you've got a boxer, haven't you?
Yeah.
Some's going to be Lennox Lewis. Some's going to be Mike Tyson. Some's going to be Muhammad Ali. But Ali can't box like Lewis. Lewis can't box like Tyson. You work with what God's give you. You know what I mean?
And they develop their own style.
Yeah.
But to me, You don't take that style away from them, you
No,
work with
no.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't say, you've got a box like this.
Yeah.
You work a little bit with them, don't you?
Yeah.
And they'll create their own style. But that's all I used to do was from the waist down, and that's it. If I was gonna build an house and the foundations was weak,
Yeah.
the house would fall over, wouldn't it?
100%.
Same as teaching a kid how to box.
Yeah.
It's all from the waist down. You know what I mean? And
100%.
see how they develop.
You got that side, you got the boxing. But what I love about your club, and I love about it up here, is the people we have around us. Because I always say there's only 2 rules at the Lions. We don't have bullies, and we've got to have good manners. And that's a lovely way to be. You shake people's hands, and if you don't knock no one about, in sparring, if you're better than him, you look after him, you pull him up instead of dragging him down. And then that's a lovely way to be in life.
Well, yeah, Kev, and then, I mean, in our gym, there's nobody higher than other.
Yeah.
If they won the championships, they'll
Yeah.
come back in the gym.
Yeah.
Also say, congratulations, this.
Yeah,
And then they go back to the same level as the one who's just come up from the beginners, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's on the same level.
Yeah.
That's the way, I think that's the way to have a successful gym as well.
Wasn't it lovely when you got like your Casey or Osman? It's not like, well, come and take me on the pads. If Sonny's fighting on the weekend, he goes on the pads, I'll just stick in with everyone.
Ah,
But that's what a team man or woman is, isn't it?
you call that jealousy in a gym, no? You?
No.
You call that
That's-
jealousy
that's
between coaches
threats.
and boxers.
Yeah.
There's no jealousy. There's never been no jealousy between me or Paul or anything.
Yeah.
If I see he's doing something good,
Yeah.
you're a bastard. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then that you got to you call it that in an amateur boxing gym.
No.
Everybody's got to get on.
Yeah. And it's not like, well, I've got to take it. You have some boxers who gravitate to, like, you know, normally when you've had them from a baby and you normally take them in, but God forbid during Indonesia or OMSI, I trust the guys around me because they're only going to be saying the same things as me anyway.
Yeah.
But you know, some boxers, you're the one who likes the candle under them. But most of it is just we're all doing it together. It's not I've got another national champion. It's we've
It's
created
we.
this.
And that's what we've got in the gym.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah. Sometimes you do spend a bit more time with the boxer.
Yeah.
But if I show you something, you will, will you?
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? And if you see something you can bring out of a box, you take them with some more pads, right, or whatever.
Yeah.
And that isn't showing something like he looks like he's going to be the next champion. That's so showing something like, you know what, he's training harder than everyone else in here.
Yeah.
He might not. His football might be off. He might not be the next Mike Tyson of coming. But you know what? He's trying. He's putting everything into it. So I'm going to put time back into it.
Yes. You hit the nail on the head there, Lee. You hit the nail on the head. Because you get so. I mean, we've got Kelsey, national champion. We've got a few others. There must be national champions. They'll come into the gym. They don't spike. They'll train and they'll go home.
Yeah.
You'll get some of the other boxers. They'll come in. They'll have 5 minutes talking to the over there, and then they'll mess about. Oh, stop talking. You have to keep telling them, and they don't get so high as the ones that have been training on and knuckling down. But then you can also get one that knuckles down who ain't got the abilities. It's it's.
But a clubman, that's the kind of person, you know, who's going to. Do you want to get some pads on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go, yeah, thank you. He turns up that little bit earlier, hour earlier, goes, I'll be on the pads, Kev. And they're just as valuable, aren't they?
Yes.
Because they're a massive part of the team. And they're the unsung heroes, really, aren't they? Who won't always necessarily have the photo on the wall. But God, the club can't run half as smoothly without that person.
You need him in the club now. You need him in the club. It's everybody just needs to click, don't they? And it's. But you do need an organ grinder as well. You do need he's a brilliant head coach.
Yeah.
But if he ain't there, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Paul do it. You know what I mean? Sally, anybody can do it now.
Yeah.
We've got a good team all of the gym, man.
It's when you're all singing off the same hymn sheet. You know the lines, boom, back, boom. And that's been our philosophy, you know. But it's when someone tries to reinvent the wheel and you're thinking, well, that's not really... We're working to styles, but you're thinking... And then every so often someone is a square peg trying to fit in a round hole. And I don't wish you any bad harm, but I think you've got to step away from the situation.
Yeah.
And because all it can take sometimes... We've all had it. Everyone who's listening to this from different clubs, everyone's had it. You know, sometimes people just don't fit in your club. And it's all right then. I wish you all the best. When I see you on the circuit, I'll shake your hands, I'll cheer your babbies on, but this isn't your home because we've got a good thing going.
Well, we wanted to create a family gym as well.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, that's a long time ago. And if they don't want to be in our family, that's it, AJ.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted to create. And I will say at the moment, the gym is running very smoothly.
Brilliant. Yeah. You're doing great.
It's the best I've seen it in 20 years, as it is at the moment. I'm very proud to be amongst, to be part of it.
You've just had another national champion. What's her name again?
Oh, Mary.
Mary, congratulations.
Thank you very much. She's just won the CYPs and she won the juniors, the last juniors as well. She was unlucky not to win the schools before, but she was just that little bit. She had 3 bouts, and the girl she boxed in the final last 17. I think, what was her bloody name? There was about this other day with the dead Craig. But you can tell that naivety in the bout, to the number of bouts the other girl had, why she won. But it was always gonna get somewhere. You know what I mean? So it's like when Kelsey come in the gym. I can remember when Kelsey come in the gym the first time in the sparring. Me and was sitting there, standing next to each other. We're gonna throw it in there, was floundering. And it was really vicious. And me and was turned around to each other and went, "Fucking hell!" And that's Kelsey's journey. Look at Kelsey now.
She's off with GB and she's doing bloody great. Isn't she?
She's doing great. Yeah, there's had 2 bouts now. It's been unfortunate, but it's learning off the bout.
Just you learn off the bet. You learn on the job, don't you? Because I loved it that other year when we were all there. I had Martin, and the kid, they were kids, but a young adult, all sat together, and me, you, and you said to me, "When hey, this bloody beautiful, Kev," and that's people don't see that. And you and was talked about last time. You go, "Oh, you don't like the lines, you don't like the." I went, "Hang on, they're my mates, and we'll be together long after these have gone." And people don't see that, do they?
No.
People are trying to stir the pot. I went, "Well, look, we're friends after the boxing, before the boxing." When you were pooling, as soon as I saw it on Facebook, and you said, "I knew, Kev, as soon as you heard, you'd phone me." Because that's what we do with friends.
Yeah. It's. I can remember right when Berkeley had a spell day, Mag Graham. For about 2 years, they had champion after champion after champion day. Them and Repton day.
Yeah.
They look, where's Berkeley now?
Yeah.
They don't really see him no more now. And I asked Graham on it. I said, "What's the secret, Graham?" I said, "What's the secret to producing these champions?" Picking his brains, talking to other coaches. He said, "There's about 5 gyms up here in Newcastle. We just spar each other. We just spar after spar after spar." That's what you got. Like we talked about earlier on. So you got to do 8.
Yeah. And don't pull the wool over each other's eyes, which we've all. You go, "Well, Kev, my lad's a bit stronger." I go, "Oh well, we're honest because we're not here to get children battered, inspired, and leaving thinking, oh, this ain't for me." And then if one of our lads is better than you, we go, "Move your feet now, let's work on the defences."
Yeah.
Because we want to get as many people into the game as we can, instead of sending some poor kid home thinking, "You know what, sorry, I'm going back on the Xbox, or I'm going to sex, drugs, and rock and roll."
We do help each other now. With the kids, if it gets a bit nasty, you calm it down, or blah blah blah. That's what it's all about, bringing the kids. We mean this for one reason only, Amy.
Yeah.
The kids.
Yeah.
We get enjoyment about giving our time for the kids, don't we?
For fuck all.
And for fuck all,
Yeah, you come and you give up your weekends with my baby, with their wives, and you go like, how many weddings or dues I've had to. Sorry, Kate, you got to go on your own, or we're not going. And we sacrifice so much for other people's kids and for other people's legacies and all this. That's not often seen. They see us up here and they see us at just be thinking, we too have got lives. And it's why I love having a conversation with you guys and other people, so people can actually see what's behind the coach that you see every week. That we've also got lives, we've also got problems, we've also got struggles. But rain, sleep or shine, we still turn up to train your kids.
Yeah. It's right, man. And I mean, I never got into the matchmaking side.
Oh, it's horrible.
Because I can't work a computer.
Yeah.
And I don't want to know about internet.
Yeah.
I don't want to poison my brain with all that. I know. I'm a gym coach.
Yeah.
And that's it. I like to get the pads. I've never known about that side. And Paul said to me the other day, that's the headache about it. But
it is, yeah. and people telling fibs and people doing this and people. Well, I keep saying it, and I'll say it again now because eventually, hopefully, we get rid of the Warrior and have it as soon as we box. Kev Dillon versus Lee Cadman. Kev from the Lions, Lee from the Priory. Kev got stopped first round, straight there, so on ringside with a tablet. So he can't be like Kev Dillon. Then he goes to Wednesbury and it's Dillon Kevin. Then I go to Doncaster and it's Morris Dillon. He goes, well, I don't give a flying flamingo. What you call him? That's Kevin Dillon. And he's had 30 bouts and he's shit hot instead of going with his non-bouter. If we could do that as the ABA, then that's child protection then, isn't it? So we can actually see how many he's had, what he's had, and what he's actually like.
Some of it's false on Warrior anyway.
Well, it's a lot, some of the stuff you hear, how many he's had, he's had 2, and you go, well, actually, he's had 10, knocked out 11. You know what I mean?
How did we used to do it before Warrior?
It was even, yeah. Well, you'd phone up the coast, so you had fiddling then, and then you'd have the book.
It's easier to avoid it now with the internet. There's no one who can't put a tablet next to the thing and go, well, you can even program the fights in before.
Yeah.
So as the fight finishes, he won.
Kev lost, Lee won.
It'd be safe doing ref stopped it. He can't fight again for 28 days. You could even do that then, couldn't you?
There's so much technology out there. I think we're saft if we don't start using it for stuff like that, for the safety of the boxer.
Yeah. I know all about technology. A little bit of my life, I have to, but that's another thing about when I'm in Indonesia.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
Me and my missus, we wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
4:30, 5 o'clock. We'll go to the market. Buy what we're going to eat for the day. Take it home, cook it, and eat it.
Yeah.
Wake up, market, cook, eat.
Yeah.
Wake up, market, cook, eat. Healthy life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not, we'll go to the supermarket, we'll put that in the freezer. But we ate like that. And we pretty much like it here as well.
Simpler
life.
life.
Living eight.
Yeah, simpler life. Less waste. Because if you ain't eating it, you do eat it. Because you buy your food for that day, don't you?
My missus won't eat nothing. And I mean, we us people, English people, we cook a spaghetti or something. We'll throw half of it in the freeze. Well, for the bit. I said that now to put in the freeze. Oh, I ate it. That is a month old. Put it in the freezer. No, I ate it. That is a month old. Throw it in the bin. I ate it. It's right now. I eat. What about years ago? You know, we used to freeze things years ago, did we?
No, apart from Walt Disney. I think he's still in the freezer. I ain't eating him either.
I can remember when they essentially eating in our house.
And Cape Cod is here.
It's here. The coldest club in the country. Oh, what your nickname? Because I was trying to find you on Instagram earlier. What's your nickname on Instagram?
Udaman.
Udaman. You're going to tell me the story why you called this.
That would come from Roy Aston Tank.
He was a good and Maury Tank.
The best 2 amateur boxers I've ever seen. Roy Aston and Tommy Gent.
Yeah.
Tommy Gent was a bit more technically better.
He was a good lad, Maury.
Tommy Gent, right, amazing. You watch his videos on YouTube. But anyway, when I used to the beginners, and I used to take them on the pads, the little kids, if they'd done the jab right, I'll go, who the man? They do 1, 2, who that man? 1, 2, hook, who that man? That's just where it come from, just like that. And then Tank started calling me, who the man? And then he made Facebook for me.
Funny enough, you've had a message in actually from Michael Mongan. Who the man? Reload, Peter Upton.
Oh, Reload.
Top man trainer.
Reload, there's another story behind that as well with the Mongans. With can I talk about the bit 6? No,
Talk about everything on here.
The young gun says he come in the gym one night. He said to me he used to have a mate called Clarence. He said, me and Clarence get a blowjob last night. I said, you did you? He says, oh. I said, was it all right? He said, yeah, it was all right. And I said, did you do it in the mouth? He said, no. I said, why? He said, because he wouldn't do it again. I said, well, how long was he giving you the blowjob for? He went, well, the first time it was about 30 minutes. Oh! And then Reload come out and other stories about boxing, you know what I mean?
But these are the stories, you know. When you're out on tour, once again, what we were on about before, in the minibus, no one had phones, and you'd be belly laughing. All the story, and the kids be listening to the teenagers, would be listening to the blokes, and you'd be on about shagging and music and holidays. Nowadays, you could hear a pin drop, couldn't you? And it's there going, oh, look at this. And you're thinking, but that was, you'd have your more experienced boxers going, don't worry, son, we've all been there and you'll be okay. Oh, on the way back, I've lost. Don't worry, I've lost. And we come back. But that was your team building. And when you're on tour, especially when you stay overnight with them and the parents are having a bit of a drink and the kids are right there because they're with the grown-ups and you're seeing them nervous, you're seeing them happy. But that is lifetime memories, isn't it?
I remember the one time it was Jerry's semi-final, I think. And they was all arguing who was going to sleep in the same room as Daddy Mongan, because he's supposed to saw last night. I'm not fucking sleeping with him. Well, they got it round to me. So I said, I'll get a couple of points in me at the hotel. I'll get to sleep. By the time he comes back in, he won't wake me up. So I went to bed before Daddy come back into the room. I reckon you woke up, it was like a cow in train. I said, I can't stand this. So I got my pillow, went to Michael's, he just sent a message where all the JJ and Jenny was, nothing to do with. I said, I can't stand that no more. I said, well, get in here then, Pete. And I took the duvets off the bed and made me a bed for the board. When I woke up, I went, you fucking cheeky bastard, you've been snoring like a train all night. Well, memories, man.
Yeah. And when you've done it, it is, as I say, when we bump into old friends, and they all bring up stories, and you go, I haven't thought about that in years. But as soon as you hear it, aren't you in a happy place?
Well, yeah, man, it's the memories you got in. It's great, It's great to talk. You know how many stories you get from boxing?
Yeah.
If they've lost, if they've won, if they've done this, whatever. You get some good stories from being in the gym, memories from the gym.
Yeah.
But like you said, you see somebody and it revives the memory, don't it?
Yeah. And isn't it lovely when you have one of your old boxers and he goes, I'm married now. I've got a baby. But they're telling you, like they tell the dad or the granddad or whatever, and it's like, you know what? All them years, I'm all right, you know, I'm settled. I've got me out. And you're thinking, that's like winning the pools. Because your baby has got his own family and he's happy. He's finished with boxing, but never put gloves on in his life because them years I spent at your club, happiest day of my life. When Mom run away with the milkman and my dad wasn't, you were there. When you know, and you helped me get through school, or when I was getting bullied, you give me confidence. And isn't that a wonderful gift to give someone? Love.
And that's what we do, Eight.
Yeah.
That's what we do. That's what we do, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's we don't get no salary. That's the salary, like you have just said.
Yeah.
When you see them in years to come, and then they talk about the memories.
Yeah.
That's our salary, Eight.
Yeah. 100 million%.
And like you say, give them a bit of love.
Yeah.
Because you've got to be a father, a coach,
a counsellor,
a
vicar,
dietitian, a bit everything. But I wouldn't have it any other way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When the kids come up to you, it's eight. When they win, they lose. You get the emotions with them.
Yeah.
How many times have you all cried?
Oh, bloody hell, too many. And you cry tears of happiness. You know, we've done it, and you have tears, and you're thinking, oh my God. But then, you know, sometimes when you just go, but how well have you done, Bab? You know what I mean? Never mind, we'll go. And he goes, all right, Kev. Or, you know, when you go, what do you think? I'm proud of you anyway, son. And you rub them on the shoulder, on the knee, or you come out and you give them a big hug and a munch like it's your own baby. And then the dad will come out and you're thinking, we've done something bloody good here. Because when people are just about to go the wrong way, you pull them back. And it's the love that does that. It's not the fear. It's the love that gets them out of that place, isn't it? And
it is genuine loyalty. You do proper feel for them, don't you?
Oh, you do.
You do proper get close to them like a parent, don't you?
Yeah,
it's amazing how it's amazing. You can't describe it, can you? No. The emotional side. If they lose all the week, they win all. You know what I mean? When Jenny won the skills, I cried like a baby on it.
Yeah.
Because it was his journey, and he threw him in. When he threw him in to see how he got on, he came and won him.
Yeah.
And then he captained England in the end, eh?
Yeah.
And then James Dean won him. And look at what's them. They were McCann, Dennis McCann.
Yeah.
You ask Dennis McCann, who gave him the hardest fight, I mean, it's James Dean Mongan.
Mm.
And the only reason why he beat him because James Dean got him in there.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Looking back at that sort of at that era.
Yeah. Well, brother, thank you ever so much for coming on. And no doubt I'll get you back on because I always love talking to you.
Well, it's good to talk, mate. It's good to talk. Get everything out we don't be doing anyway, you know.
That's it.
And I'm desperate to get Woz back on because I tell you something, technology let us down because we had one of the most brilliant episodes, honestly, I think I've ever done. And then the internet went down. So in the new year, let everything settle again, and we're going to get Woz back on. Because I tell you something, I ain't just saying it, bro. You and Woz are two of my favourites, and Paul, obviously, but we've always connected. You and Woz are two favourite friends in the game and two very, very dear friends. So before you go, have you got any sayings or quotes that have helped you get through life?
I put one on the coach's chat this morning. What was it now? Put your coat on. It's cowing coward. I think it was that. Put your coat on. It's cowing coward. So proper into the Black Country, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wolverhampton ain't in the Black Country neither, is it?
No. Well, some will argue, some will, and some won't.
Wolverhampton is not in the Black Country. But I'm proud of being a Black Country man, I am.
Yeah.
Proper proud of where I come from and everything and our roots from being Black Country.
Yeah.
That's why we're in the Black Country Blokes, eh?
The Black Country Blokes.
Blokes, that's it.
So thank you very much for having me on the road. I've really enjoyed it.
No, thank you
always
for
a
coming on.
pleasure.
Thank you very much.
And thank you guys for listening. So until we see each other next time, I want you all to take care of yourselves and each other. Ta-ra a bit.
Listen.
And that's a wrap for another show. But if there are any comments or messages that you would like us to read out for our next podcast, please be in touch. There are also lots of different organisations at the bottom of this page, and hopefully they can help you or someone you care about. Please share this to spread the word. Until we talk next time, ta-ra a bit.
Listen.